So why do I have this account? Like a Haley film producer, screenwriter, and I talk about stuff on TikTok. Short answer is I came up without knowing anybody in the industry. Nobody I had ever talked to or was related to had ever worked in film. And I just didn't have great information when I first started. It's not being dramatic to say I wasted years of my professional life just because I didn't understand some of the basics about how the industry functions. Also noticed over the years that as new social media platforms pop up, the charlatans run to those platforms first. People who are scam artists who have never done anything of note and are just there to take advantage of people and give them basically nothing of real value in return. They're the ones that occupy those spaces. And when Clubhouse popped off during the pandemic, I joined it and there was nothing else to do. So there was a moment where a lot of industry people were on it. And there were a lot of charlatans, people that just didn't know what they were talking about, like at all. And they were setting up these systems to sell courses and sell special access and groups and stuff. And they just weren't offering like anything in return. They were just offering bad information. And there's just a cottage industry of these people out there. I got an invite to a webinar on film finance the other day from I think it was Film Independent, like the group that does the Independent Spirit Awards. And so I signed up just to see who it was, and the two speakers were people that I'd never heard of. And I mean, I'm a film financier like for a living, so I do this for a living, and was curious what they had to say. And the answer was nothing. They had nothing, literally just preying on people's dreams and then selling them $1,000 course at the end of it. So I mentioned in the chat right away, I was like, hey, these guys are scam artists. Just follow me on TikTok. And I got blocked immediately. So the cool thing about TikTok is that I think we have had some people that have hopped over to it that are real, like me and Paul Gio and Michael Jamin, and there's some other writers and other good people. There's some other producers, and if you've noticed, we adopted TikTok early enough where there aren't a lot of charlatans. There aren't a lot of bad people out there, because if there were, we would just stitch them and chase them off the platform. And I think that has kept TikTok, which is now the most popular social platform, pretty honest when it comes to film industry information. There are a couple people out there who sort of talk out of their asses. Maybe if you find them, tag me. I'll jump in and tell you if what they're saying is true or not. But really, my main driver is I just want to save people the time and effort that is a sunk cost for me. I'm never going to get that back. I mean, if I could do this all over again, I probably would have taken completely different career path than I'm currently on. May have ended up in the same place, but I probably would have had more fun and made a lot more money along the way. Also met some great people. I've met some talented people. There's a couple of directors I've met via TikTok that I have my eye on now, and I'm looking for opportunities for them. I may eventually find some way to monetize my online presence, but it would have to be something that is really a much needed value that's in alignment with what I would have wanted when I was starting out. It has to be something that's akin to like a cheat code that saves you a ton of time and money, and stops people from taking advantage of you. There's all these people in the industry that make their entire living from just like ripping off newbies and taking advantage of their lack of understanding of how things work and what the value of things are. So it'd have to be something along those lines. I don't know what that would be yet. I am a writer, so it may end up being, a book of some sort, or maybe an audiobook. I don't know. But it's just got to be something that really helps people and really provides people value, and then also saves me the time, saves me from having to repeat the same things again or give out the same information again and again, right? So those are sort of my goals. I don't really expect to make any money off of any of this. It's not really my priority with any of it, but yeah, I'm just here to find out like what people's questions are, and a lot of them are the same ones I had when I was coming up. It's a lot of the same questions, so that tells me that nobody's out there answering this with any clarity and authority. So the ease of TikTok, I mean, one of the things that's nice about TikTok, it's so much more relaxed than all these other platforms. And as you can see, my TikToks are the most low effort TikToks imaginable. I put zero effort into lighting or miking myself or anything, and only the most basic like editorial to make the experiences as good as I can. But a lot of times I'm just recording these in between phone calls and when I have nothing else to do. I hope you're getting something out of it. If you have any questions, let me know. Happy to answer them.